What it do, YouTube? Hey, my name is D Chill. I got one more. I think I'm gonna crank out for the night's over. Starting to get a little tired. It's early, but I get up early. So make this quick. Shout out to Kev Mack, 16 Alive, Street TV, Bosco 100, Cartoon One, Joe T, C Bill, and Kev Mack. I thought I would have said you first if I didn't. Anyway, I'm getting tired. I need to go lay it down. So I'm gonna tell this story about the time me and my homeboy from BSV and my homeboy from Center Park had a situation at the Mariposas in Lancaster. So I'm working at Taco Bell and we have been getting robbed. And so I end up getting a strap from one of the homies, and I tells my manager, Ella, I'm like a little short Mexican lady, cool as all outdoors. I'm so hot that they done robbed her at least twice, and I'm ticked. I'm like, oh no. So I says, Ella, if you don't have a problem with it, I come bring my pistol. I wish they would rob you while I'm here. I'm gonna blow their dome back. If it's, you're okay with it, I'll bring that joint because it'll be self-defense in the easiest way. So she's like, I ain't got a problem with it. No problem. Look, I'm 16, but I'm rough and rugged. Um, I finally came up there with that joint and was sprung too. I was like, oh, I hope this cat comes in here while I'm up in here. I'm about to be able to hit him with it. And nothing that took place. But out of nowhere, some of the homies come up to the spot. They're like, man, they over there tripping, man. And I'm like, who? Like the six O's, man. They over there tripping. They didn't got on your relatives dude, your big homie, cause my big homeboy, either his name was Kev or Kevin or Kev. I remember him saying his name was Kevy Kev, if I'm saying it correctly, the big homie. I'll never forget. Because when he found out I was from Seattle, first thing he said to me was, you from Seattle? He said, you got a homeboy named Lil Capone? And I say, and this is before, for y'all up here in Seattle, I know him as Lynn Capone. That's when he was Lil Capone. I was like, yeah, that's my homeboy. He's like, blood and came down here and put in much work for the hood. This is the OG homie. And this cat was 30 and I'm 16. So you know OG, the OG he was. He was probably was first generation. I don't know. All I know is I met him in the Mariposas when I came down there to Lancaster. He was the first B dog I met in the Mariposas. So we immediately clicked. You know, of course, it's my big homie from my gangbanging neighborhood, Elm Street, Paru. But it is what it is. So anyway, I'm tired, y'all. I gotta get my words together. So look, let me get to it. We hit it off on a good note. Now we end up kicking it around the way. We're having fun talking, and going with my relative. She from Limehood, but he's still the homie. I know how we get down. We mess around with different chicks. That's a part of it. But I ain't finna go snitch. That's one thing I ain't finna do. Relative or not, just ain't finna do that. So, man, look here. I don't know how much time it went by, but when they came and told me that, I'm hot because this is the homie and my big homie. So how am I gonna let y'all do him like this? And they didn't try to rat pack him and then make it worse. The homegirls from IF, they up there letting these cats all up in their apartment. I had no understanding for that. And I get the knowledge now. This is supposed to be you guys' worst enemies, and you guys letting them all up in. Females are a trip. I never get them two sisters. Maybe it was three. The Datsun B210, and they both had a bat. One had one on each side. Some sisters was about it though. They was repping at IF. I never forget. They showed me how they threw up IF. Cause we tore up Elm this way. Cause I never forget I did that, and they was like, "This is IF." I'm like, "Huh?" I just didn't know. Man, look here. Quiet as kept. The essays from 18th Street ran into them when I was helping my uncle babysit down there in East LA. And I got threw up and it's like, yeah, that's how we threw up 18th Street Homes. Huh? I'm tripping, but I'm not knowing that's how the gang's back it is. A lot of them have the same gang hand signs. That's just, look here, man. It is what it is. So fast forward. I get the word, they tell me, so I'm like, okay, I'll meet you guys over there because they're like, just jump in. I'm like, nah, I got the strap, so let me just walk through the, not the parking lot, through the tumbleweeds because there was nothing there. There was no construction being done. It was just grass, whatever, not grass. It was nothing. So I was walking through the tumbleweeds, going across. It was kind of dark, and I went on over there. And once I got over to that area, I did see them guys pulling in through the back. So then I jumped in with them. So now we're about to pull to the front. And as we're about to pull to the front, one time lights is going off, and they got something going on towards the front. But I immediately, kind of annoyed. I'm like, nah, we're just gonna do this a different way. I'll meet you guys around there. So I get out, builds around, gets to the front. Now, as I'm getting to the front, I'm paying attention from a distance before I come all the way up to full view. I see two police have pulled in, two police left. So I'm like, okay, they're gone. Now I'm about to come from underneath the carport and I'm about to get off. Because as soon as I come from up underneath there, I better start dumping or I'm going to get dumped on. So as soon as I come from underneath there, it's draw and I'm about to start dumping. There's nobody out there. They were just packed when we went past. Or when I came and met them guys, they were just packed. And I'm like, wait a second. If they was just out there, how the heck? But of course, when the police come, everybody gets scattered or get out of view. So maybe they had dispersed for that quick moment, but nobody was there. And I'm hot. Now I'm walking with the pistol in my hand in case anything, quiet's kept. But I'm walking, I'll never get it. I'm walking, I'm sagging, cherry boxers, and Taco Bell, still got the Taco Bell uniform with my name tag. Look, man, this is how stupid we be sometimes when we're out there gangbanging and just moving fast. Let's say I had lit these cats up and nobody was around and I just happened to get away, right? And then I break down the street. I'm just throwing this out there. And I go past a bank. You know how they got the bank always taking cameras and they're trying to do a cold case. And later on, they're like, well, we seen this guy running around this time of that shooting. He has his name tag. Oh, it says Dorian. That's how backwards cats be when we're out there. And I literally have my name tag giving myself away. And I'm about to go call myself doing a shooting. I mean, just was being backwards dumb. So, like I said, I got all this on and I'm walking through the parking lot now. And I'm walking almost towards their house, with the 6-0. They owned or stayed in the house across the street from the Mariposas. But I'm walking that way, not saying I'm going to go try to put no work. I'm not stupid. Them boys had big stuff over there, and I wasn't finna get lit up. So I'm just walking in that direction. But as I'm going in that direction, I hear freeze. I started almost laughing. I'm like, no, this flashlight cop did not just tell me to freeze. Because in my mind, only people that's still around is the flashlight boy. The what do you want to call the cat? The security, because the Mariposas, they did have a security. So I'm thinking, he didn't tell me to freeze. Like, I'm really going to stop. So I kept on walking, and it's coming from the area where the garbage cans were. And then I hear a freeze again. Now, it's the tone. How did Joe T do it? It's the tone for me. It's the tone. Look, that tone got me. Something told me, you better stop. And so when he said at that time, something just said stop. So I stopped. And I kind of veered over my left shoulder and kind of looked and turned over. When I looked, like they were just right there. The double barrel shotgun. I immediately just froze at that point. He didn't have to say nothing else to me. I was just shook because, for one, I was, of course, frozen terror because of a gun being pointed at you. But then also in my mind, like, The hell is he at? This boy's in the garbage can? Man, look here. The police in California are different. Like I said in my earlier video, they'll go wear you out and just leave you or drop you off in the enemy hood. This boy came from out of the garbage can to come arrest me, but he was in the garbage can hiding, and then he came and drew down on me. I couldn't believe it, but this is just how it goes down. So he gets out and comes walking towards me, and as soon as he gets up close to me, gets up, takes the pistol. He said, had you took one more step, he said, from your kneecap down would have been blew off. And I just was sitting there stuck like, damn, this boy's about to really have me an amputee around this joint. So I'm sitting there like, oh man, I'm cooked now. So I end up going to the county. I mean, not the county, I'm 17. I go to the precinct. Then I'm calling my auntie, because I wasn't going to call grandma. I called my auntie. She came and got me out. My auntie was a Black Panther. So she done been on the feds, radar, and all that. I knew she knew how to hold water, and it wasn't going to be a big issue with dealing with auntie. So I just went on home to her,